All right. I wanted to talk about this. Um, this definitely needs to be discussed because the stuff that's going on in these schools at this point, and how black women, I'm directly seeing black women behave as if they don't have an education, or I don't know what's going on with these black females, but this is the reason why you don't want to have no kids. Like, I'm really trying to warn the black women with no kids not to have them, because we have to think about the fact that nobody wants to see black kids thrive. We have to really understand that. Like, black males don't care if their kids are educated or not. We know that they don't care. All they care about is trying to trap some woman with them so they can have somewhere to stay and eat. That's the Negro male's main objective. White people don't care about black children being educated because they don't want any competition. So they don't want black children, they don't want them being progressive. They don't want them to evolve and progress and get a higher education and make more money and be more qualified for job opportunities and wealth building. So white people wouldn't have no vested interest in black children becoming educated, which they never had, which is why you had Jim Crow, and you had all of the other laws that was put in place so that these black children wouldn't get an education, a decent one, right? So, and then when it comes to every other racial group, they have no investment in black education because they're not black and it doesn't affect their community. So they wouldn't have no interest in black children being educated or not, because they're not black. So we have to establish that first and foremost, that nobody has no investment in black children being educated. Okay. The only people that would be invested in black education would be black women. And that's it. Because they want their children to be educated, right? They will have vested interest in assuring that their children become educated so that they can become successful and they can make money and take care of themselves. All right. Black women are usually the only responsible parent in the black community statistically. They're the ones getting higher education. They're the ones, the breadwinners. They're the ones who are attending to the kids academically. So they have more investment in black education, black children's education than their fathers. Okay, that's a statistical fact. Black women are more involved and hands-on with their children's education. All right. So we know that anytime these black children are failing, it's directly associated with black women's lack of education or understanding, or something associated with black women, because they're the main educators. They're the main ones educating the black children and care about their education. So the stuff that I'm dealing with and I'm seeing in these schools and with these black women who are tutors and who are involved in education, it's disgusting. Like, how ignorant these black women are, how unprofessional they are, how just nonchalant they are, how disrespectful they are. Like, y'all really don't want to deal with these black women in school, in the school system. I'm pretty sure every other black woman is having the same problem, or either they having a problem and they're not aware because they're not really hands on with their kids, so they don't know that their children are not really being educated properly because they don't know. They're not really involved. But I'm very involved in my daughter's education, so you know I know everything. I know what she need to be. What would be helping her right now. In regards to completing her education. Okay, and she's not getting any of that shit. And now I'm understanding at this point that I'm gonna literally have to go outside of the race to get education for my child. Like, it's gonna have to happen, because these black banshees really, they're trash. I don't know what to say. Like, she has all of these black women around her. Like, all of her teachers are black females. Her principal is a black female. And I'm just counting out, her, the superintendent where I'm from is a white female, but I think there was a black female the year, like last year. I think the superintendent became a white female, but it was a black woman before. So, I mean, and then she done had about two or three tutors. One of them was white female, and the other two have been black women. And I mean, just trash. Y'all wouldn't even believe. And it's starting to make me realize, like, this is why black children are illiterate. This is why them black boys can't read. That's why they can't really comprehend. Black women are not really in a position to teach these kids. They really don't know how to teach at all. Like, I don't know what the hell they're going to school for. I don't know where they got their education from. I don't know what the hell is going on, but they are completely unqualified to be in these schools dealing with these kids. And if you really statistically look at the numbers, black women are very ineffective with getting a proper education for black children, regardless of if this their kids or not. They just ineffective when it comes to like education with black children. You know what I'm saying? That's why the statistics are so bad. You know, and you could tell that they're not learning shit anyway in schools, like even in these institutions. Black women ain't teaching these kids shit because when they grow up and they go to college, they ain't learning nothing. They're not learning nothing about nothing that's going to impact them, you know, when it comes to economics. They don't learn it. They just go, you know, they're trained to go to a company and work for white people and penny pinch working for white people. Like, that's what black, you know, children are taught. They're not, there's no progressive education for them. Like, they're not getting an education that's going to progress them to any decent level. You might have black women being called the most educated women, but I don't even know why I don't even know how that's a saying. Like, if you have the most illiterate children in the community, in the world, pretty much, how the hell are you going to say that you are the most educated women when the black children are failing on the level that they are? Like, these black women are trash, and you can just look at the stats. You can look at the fact that most black males can't even read. Now, I understand the job thing. They can't find jobs because black people don't own jobs. So it's one thing for them not to be able to, you know, effectively find a job. But it's another thing for them to be completely illiterate and not know how to read. And don't have, you know, and not have basic comprehension skills. But dealing with the black Jemimas that I've been dealing with, I see why the hell them kids are illiterate. I see exactly what's going on. Like, these black bands, like I said, I have no idea where the hell they got their education from, but they're dumb as hell. They don't have no skills on how to teach black children in any effective way possible. I'll be sitting and watching them literally not have the skill to do what they claim they can do. And then they're real emotional and ghetto and ratchet. They act like they're children themselves. Like, you know, they don't have any maturity or any know-how to deal with a child that's struggling. Like, they just, you know, they try to disrespect the kids. And it's like they become a child mentally when they're dealing with kids. They don't know how to be the adult. They blame kids for stuff that kids do, like they don't understand that they're fucking kids. It's just the weirdest shit. Like, all of the black women I've been dealing with, you know, when it comes to my daughter's school and even with the tutors, they all are like very immature. It's bizarre. It's like, what the hell? Like, do you know what you're doing? You don't have no structure with nothing you're doing. You don't have nothing that proves that you're even effective at being a good teacher. Like, where is your credentials? Where's your, even if you have credentials, where's the proof and evidence physically that you know what you're doing? Because I'm just seeing them not have no damn structure behind nothing that they, you know, the way they teach. It ain't no structure behind it. And because it ain't no structure behind it, these kids are not learning nothing. They're not getting nothing done. Like, the stuff they know, they understand is on such a low level that, you know, by the time they get in high school, it's going to be pretty terrible for them. Because it's like they really failing all of the kids. All of them are failing right now. It's not a one-off thing. It's several of them they're not performing on the level they're supposed to perform on. And these schools know that these kids are not performing on the level that they're supposed to be performing on, and they don't have no solution to the problem. Like, I've literally recorded my daughter's principal and teacher saying that they don't have no structure for her to learn the curriculum. They don't have no structure for it. They kind of ignoring it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I recorded them saying this dumb shit out of their own mouth. They know that all of the kids are underperforming, but they don't have no solution to the problem. Like, they don't have no way they going about handling the issue. So what they're doing is they're trying to hide that these kids are struggling. See, I'm very hands on, so I know when my daughter is. I knew that my daughter was having a problem when she was in kindergarten. When she was in the first grade. Like, with the curriculum at the school. First of all, they wasn't giving me no homework. They literally would refuse to give me homework. I mean, in the first grade, they was giving me homework, but it was like they was giving me the same subject over and over again. They was giving me number bonds. It was this Eureka math shit that they're doing, and they was like giving me my number bonds for her homework for weeks at a time. And it was some dumb shit because the Eureka math is like a weird math where you kind of look at the numbers and you have to like assume and guess what the quantity of numbers you have. It's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. The teachers were completely oblivious to how to even go about teaching their Eureka math, even though it was a part of their curriculum. So they didn't even know how to go about it. So they was just kind of ignoring it and not teaching the kids pretty much shit. Because like for the first, like when my daughter was in the first grade, second grade, and third grade, I didn't have no material, no evidence that she was learning shit. They wasn't giving me no proof that she was even doing anything in class. It was just real fucking weird. You know what I'm saying? And I'm hands-on, so I knew they was fucking with her immediately. And I got her a tutor when I seen that they was fucking with her. Like, I didn't learn until the second grade, the end of the second grade, mind you, the end of the fourth quarter, the third quarter. In second grade, that's when I learned that my daughter was struggling. Like, the teachers had admitted that she was having struggles at that point. And then by third grade, I was trying to figure shit out because I didn't know that she was having a problem until later. You know what I'm saying? So you only got a couple of months until they go to the next grade once they out of school. So I ain't learned until the end of that school year that she was having a problem. So by the third grade, I was just trying to figure things out. But it was real obvious that she had a learning problem. And they couldn't even identify or wouldn't identify the shit. So I had to identify it myself because, like I said, I'm very hands-on. So I identified her problem myself because I'm educated in, you know, stuff, learning disabilities and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So I figured out rather quickly when I put her in tutoring, I kind of figured out where her issue was that they never addressed. So at that point, you know, I had to get her a tutor to even figure it out. The teachers were so trash that I had to figure out that she had a problem and what problem she had and how to identify what problem she had through the tutor. That was the way I figured it out. And even with the damn tutors, them bitches don't have no skills on dealing with any kind of learning difficulty at all. Like, they don't have no skill on it. If you don't come to tutoring already knowing shit, they can't teach you anything. And they know it. And it's like this last bitch that I had, she knew that she was dumb and she knew that she didn't have any, like, she literally scam. She's a scam. Like, these bitches out here scamming. She tried to make me think she was certified in her field and she knew what she was doing and she was educated, and she tried to get me to think that she knew more about learning disabilities and difficulties and things like that. She tried to make me think that she was certified in that. But as soon as she had to go, you know, educate my daughter, as soon as she, you know, started tutoring her, it was clear that she didn't know what she was doing. And I guess she didn't want me to know that she didn't know what she was doing. So she tried to shut it down because at first she was trying to get more money than she initially asked for. And I was like, no, we sticking at a price that you set or we not doing it. So she was trying to get me to, you know, scam me to pay money, more money than what she was originally asking for, with no proof that she even knew what she was doing. But then when she started tutoring her, she knew that she didn't know what she was doing. And then she just was like, you know, trying to create a problem with me, trying to disrespect, you know, making little comments and shit. about my daughter's, learning abilities and shit, and trying to act like, I was a problem when she don't fucking know me. And I only look, my daughter literally went to her only for, like, she only had 7 sessions with her. So this is only 7 hours. It's only 1 hour a session. That's only 7 hours. There was no way for her to be on, have gotten a real, develop any kind of skills at that point. There's no way that happened in 7 hours. It's only 7 hours when you calculate it up per hour. So it's like, what the hell? How are you talking shit and you only seen her 7 times? So I knew she was a hood rat at that point, and I also knew she was unprofessional and uneducated at that point, and she just was trying to hide it. Like, this type of trash is out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to deal with scammers, women trying to get money, knowing damn well they don't know what the hell they doing and can't even go about really helping your child. This is what I got to deal with, and it's trash. And really, I really shouldn't even be spending my damn money on my daughter getting a tutor. She should be getting help from the damn school. It shouldn't be. I shouldn't have to do nothing. I shouldn't have to spend my money for my damn daughter to get no damn tutor. Why would I have to spend money on that shit? The school is supposed to have resources for kids who are struggling, period. They're supposed to have summer school. They're supposed to have tutoring. And guess who will have a lot to do with that shit? The funding issue is Trump's dumbass. This fucking orange peckerwood bitch. That's number one, because he's cutting funding on shit, which is making the school have less resources and less money, which is affecting programs to help with children who have disabilities or learning difficulties or whatever. Like, you have to deal with these males, the male interference, you know what I'm saying? And which is why you shouldn't be having no kids with these fucking males. Because let me tell you something. I don't care what the government do. That man that you fucking with ain't never gonna do shit about the government or whatever the hell is going on that's economically affecting your kids. He's not having nothing to do with none of that shit. This motherfucker is looking for somewhere to eat and looking somewhere to fuck. That's what he's looking for. He don't care nothing about no kids. What's going on with no damn kids? None of these Negroes care. They don't care. They don't do none. They don't do no groundwork for any educational, work for kids. Like, men don't do that. They don't care. Okay? All Trump cares about, and white people in general, all they care about is keeping them damn kids uneducated so they can become future slaves. I'm convinced of that. I know it's the facts. Okay? These kids gonna be working slaves. They're gonna be dumb as hell and working somewhere where they ain't paying nobody nothing. Period. That's what's been going on. That's not nothing new. That's what's been going the fuck on ever since segregation. No, ever since ever since segregation that you've been, ever since segregation. Period. Because they've been trying to separate the black kids from the white kids, trying to make sure the black kids didn't have the resources at they fucking school. They've been doing this shit forever. They not gonna stop. It's really just that simple. But where black women come into play, they have to have the proper education to help them damn kids if need be. And these black women are dumb as hell. I'm not just talking about them not having no resources. I'm talking about them being actually dumb. Like, I'm dealing with dumb bitches. Like, I'm not just dealing with people who don't have what they need to do. These bitches don't care. These hood rat ghetto black trash in these schools, these are hood rats. They're unprofessional. They're ghetto. They hate kids, and they only looking at being a teacher as a job to make some money where they don't have to do shit. I promise you, they will not do their job for nothing. They don't even think they have a job. The bitches at these schools, they don't feel like they have a job. They act like they don't have a job. They run their mouth and they talk. Like, if you ask them a question and you trying to get some help or get some services or get some knowledge about something, they talk, but then they don't back shit up. Like, they don't go about actually being hands-on with doing something to get something done. That's what they don't do. They just run their mouth. Like, they'll go in a meeting. You'll have a meeting with these hoes and then talk about all this stuff about, how your child is performing academically and where they're at and what their struggles are and all this stuff. And then after that, they'll say, oh, we putting this in place, da-da-da-da, we're going to do this, that, and the third. Then they don't end up doing that shit. They don't end up following up. So it's clear that these bitches ain't doing their job. Or their whole purpose is not to do their job. They just have meetings and run their mouth and then not do their job. That's what I'm dealing with across the board, and every black woman is dealing with the same shit. Now, you have some schools that, they probably give homework more consistently, but to be honest, that homework ain't gonna do shit. It really ain't. Even if they learn that bullshit that they teaching them, that's not even nothing that they're gonna forget that shit. By the time they get to high school, they're gonna forget all about this bullshit, that Eureka shit. They're gonna forget all about that garbage. That's not gonna be something they even need to know. Cause what the fuck? Please explain to me what the hell you need to know Eureka math for. What do they need to know? Why are they wasting time on that? What do you need to know that for? You dealing with technology, you dealing with AI. That's about to be literally taking over all these jobs that you could possibly do. So what the hell you need to know Eureka math for? What is it going to be effective in? What? Nothing. That's what. They don't have no basis for it. They don't have no reason for it. They're not explaining why they changed the curriculum to that dumbass shit. And then you have this shit that's based on state to state. So every state ain't even doing this shit. Every state is not being held to the same standard of teaching these kids Eureka math. It's only in certain dumbass states and counties and shit, which don't make no fucking sense. Because most of them damn kids at other schools are not learning that shit. So if it's not something that needs to be taught across the board, why in the fuck are you teaching it? So basically, they spending so much time on irrelevant subjects that they know them damn kids not going to even be thinking about by the time they in high school. It's not going to be nothing they are, it's a wasteful, subject, because we wasting time on this. This is not something they really need to know. So you wasting time. The stuff that they do need to know, they're not learning. It's fucking retarded. And then, like I said, they're giving them an impossible curriculum. They creating a fucked up curriculum because they know that the kids can't understand that shit. So they have a curriculum that's designed for them to fail it. And they doing that on purpose. The curriculum is retarded. Don't even make no sense. So the stuff that they're teaching in the damn school, and I'm telling you, the average black parents, like these young motherfuckers, like millennials and Gen Z's dumbass, they are retards. I could tell you. They the dumbest. Like, when I just watch them out here in these streets, I know how stupid they asses are. They act like some little roaches or something. Cause they ghetto. It's like all they care about is their hair weave, trying to look cute. It's disgusting how hypersexual and weird they are. They always trying to be seen. What the fuck? Nobody wants to look at your dirty ass. You primitive ass roaches. Like, get the fuck out of here. Nobody cares about your dumb ass. You're dumb. Don't nobody care about how your clothes look or none of that stuff. Don't nobody care about none of that. You broke. We can tell you broke. You ain't got no money. You're poor. You ain't nothing to look at. Why you so worried about how you look? Why you so worried about that? Do you understand you poor? Your looks ain't getting you nowhere. And your kids are dumb as hell. They're fucking dumb. They're dumb. You know how you know these idiots are stupid, like I said? Like I'm saying, they don't talk about the stuff I talk about online. The online is their platform to say whatever they want to say and bring up any issues they think is a problem. These roaches have kids. They keep trying to convince other women to have kids, and they keep talking about kids. And then also, they always look like they have more money than statistically black people have, because they always in some damn fancy looking house, always dressed up, look like they just got a fresh hairdo, and they so obsessed with how they look and these aesthetics and shit. But their kids are dumb as hell, and they don't care because they don't talk about it. They don't spend any energy on it. They spend all day on the internet making stupid ass videos, dancing and playing around like some fucking retards. So they're dumb as fuck. That's a dumbass couple with dumbass kids. That's what that is. That's why they don't have no education. That's why they're not talking about education. That's why they're not concerned about nothing. That's why these bitches on her videos all the time with her titties and pussy out. with a fucked up lace front, because that's all she care about. She ain't look at how she's spending her time. How many videos is the bitch putting out a day? And she ain't talking about education. That's a dumb bitch. She talking about how to get a fucking man. This is what this hoe is talking about the majority of the time when she come online. It's talking about getting a man, talking about some shit that she can't get because she can't even get a fucking man. Because no man wants this dumb bitch. But she's always talking about how to get one. Bitch, how do you keep one? How do you keep one, Dusty? You can't even keep no nigga with you. Like, shut up. They spend so much time on that shit. It's embarrassing. And this is why I'm telling you, black women who don't have kids, girl, if you think that it's a smart idea having kids with these banshees all around, remember these dusty broads that you're seeing on the regular, they're going to become very close-knit with you more than you know. Like, whether you know these bitches or not, whether they're strangers to you or not, they're going to become a part of your community, whether you understand it or not, when you have kids. It's kind of hard to escape these hoes because they be in the school, they be, out and about. Like, when you go to places and do things, take your kids places, these bitches are everywhere. It's hard to escape their ass. So if it's a lot of black women who are dumb as hell and uneducated trash, you know what I'm saying, and they just scamming and they just trying to scheme and scam and cause problems. If you have a lot of black women like that around you, your kids are going to be subject to them bitches. And then also, on top of that, your kids are going to be subject to socializing with their kids. They're going to become a part of your social circle, even if you don't want them to be. And black women are a problem, I'm telling you, because they too far short of a damn Happy Meal. They having these kids and they don't care about kids. But the average black woman hates black kids. I'm trying to tell you. When it's her kids, she tries to pretend like she care. But most black women don't give a fuck about these kids' education. They don't care. They don't want to watch them. They don't want to deal with them. They don't want to give no money to them. They treat them like trash. The more the economy gets worse with inflation, the more black women are neglecting kids. They don't want to do their job. They want to just get a check. They want to get paid for doing fucking nothing. And they like to play people and talk real fucking slick. Like, trying to talk to you like you dumb. Trying to see if they can insult your damn intelligence. And once them dumb nigga bitches realize they can't do that, then the truth come out about their ass. Because they were scamming you in the first place. They ain't have shit to say in the first place. It's like you really don't want to be around them bitches. You really don't want your kids around them. You don't want them teaching your damn kids or being around your kids or being social with your kids. It's some weird nigga ass bitches out here. I'm telling you, they're trash. They're garbage. And they responsible for these funds out here. These ashy, corroded Negroes who are always leaning on females for the survival. They're responsible for those Negroes being the way they are. They won't stop having sons that they can't raise. Please stop. For the next generation, please stop. Don't do what your mothers did. Don't do what your aunties did. You need to start following your own destiny path and stop recreating problems. Please, we need this damn community to shrink. We need the population to lower. Do you understand? Do y'all black women, listen to me, the ones who have sense and, don't deal with trash. I'm only talking to you because, hood ratchet, ghetto, ignorant, low, level as black women, they are not going to understand because they trash. They don't understand, the problem. They don't understand that they're the problem. They think being trash is okay. Okay, so I'm not addressing them. I'm addressing black women who actually have sense to stay away from gutter rat black women. I'm going to tell you this. It's going to become extremely difficult and expensive to get away from black women and their hood rat kids if y'all don't stop having kids. Because if you keep this population sustained, like you keep making these kids, it's going to become more expensive to live, to get out of the ghetto. It's going to become more expensive to segregate from other Negroes. Because with inflation, that's what happens. They gonna create poor areas, and then they're gonna funnel all of the black people in those poor areas. And then it's gonna be hard if you keep up a population. It's gonna be hard to separate from these gutter rats who are going nowhere. They're too fucking stupid to see how bad shit is and how it really needs to be addressed. They don't see it. They don't care. They trying to perpetuate this shit. These nigga bitches are scammers, and they always feeding off of other women who they try to fuck other women up so they can survive. Do you understand? Like being trying to be fake about helping another black woman out is a way for these bitches to scam, is what I'm saying. These bitches eat off of women who are dysfunctional. They eat off of it. They eat off of being in welfare jobs and social work and shit like that, mental health. These bitches be feeding off of lesser black people who are uneducated. They feed off of them. They want to continue the dysfunction, and they doing it on purpose. And because you had that fucking problem, it's gonna be more expensive to segregate from Negroes in the future, because it's getting too expensive to be able to get away from them. Like if you want your kids to be grow up in a better neighborhood with better schools, it's gonna become more expensive. It's gonna become too expensive to do it, because your dating pool is already trash. Your male group is garbage across the board. I don't give a fuck if the Negroes are educated or not. It kind of don't matter. He could be a full-blown educated man and be a bitch nigga at the same time. Just because he got an education don't mean nothing. That don't mean he like you. That don't mean he respect you. That don't mean that he's going to labor over those kids and help them out academically. Most men do not do that. When they marry and they have kids, most men do not deal with children academically. They don't. That is not a male thing. That's a female thing. Most schools, especially in the black community, they're always calling black mothers. They have black mothers numbers on speed dial. They're not calling nobody else. If they ain't calling the black mothers, they calling the black auntie or grandma. They're not calling no fathers. Niggas is trash. They get women pregnant and they neglect the fuck out of their kids, and they do it on purpose. They don't give a fuck about them kids. So I'm telling you now, if black women don't stop, procreating and creating more and more children and shit, and lower this population so this shit can be as low as possible, it's gonna be expensive as fucking hell to live in peace somewhere and get out of the hood. It's gonna be very expensive to do that shit. And look, you can say homeschooling, but people who have to work can't homeschool their kids. You do understand that, right? Most black women don't have the luxury of homeschooling their damn kids. How the fuck are they gonna do that? Who's gonna watch the motherfucking kids when they're at work? Who? Black women ain't in no position to be getting their kids homeschooled. That's why you don't really see that advertised to black women, because most black women, if you look at the stats, and see, this is another thing I want to say to black women, like, stop associating with black women who are like privileged, who were raised middle class or raised around white people. Those type of black women need to be ignored. You shouldn't have shit to do with those bitches. Those are the main hoes that I'm talking about, who try to feed on the dysfunction in the black community, because they usually have jobs where they're doing some kind of social work or some shit like that, and those black women are dumb as fuck. You wouldn't even believe how many times I've dealt with black women who are in a job field and they really fucking completely retarded to the job. Like they work with homeless people but don't understand homelessness. They work with mentally ill people but don't understand mental illness. They work with children with disabilities but don't understand disabilities. These bitches are fucking stupid. And I've been seeing their dumb, retarded, illiterate asses all my life. Like, they're completely dumb as fuck. They don't take their job serious. They don't give a fuck. Their lives are miserable as fuck. Most black bitches' lives are fucking miserable. They miserable, evil, hateful ass, fucking nothing ass bitches. And I'm just being real. They are. Period. They like to get on people's nerves. They like to create conflict. And they love dysfunction because they feed on it, like I said. You think about how many black women have a job where they have to deal with dysfunctional black people. Think about that. How many black that's the main work that black women do. That's the main work. Like educated black women, that's their main job field. Is dealing with dysfunctional ass black people. Even in entertainment, their main job field is dealing with some damn trauma filled celebrities or portraying a character that's struggling and going through some kind of damn homelessness or rape. Y'all know it's the truth. That's all the fuck black women do. That's why them bitches are not to be trusted. Cause they always feeding off of dysfunction, and those bitches be helping to perpetuate the dysfunction on purpose. That's why I don't deal with black bitches. I don't be wanting them around me at all. Because they're fucking weird. It's facts. They're miserable and they're pathetic. They got a fucked up attitude. I mean, they're just weird. And they always trying to protect an abuser or somebody that's doing something fucked up. They're always doing that. They ain't never checking shit. They always letting shit ride until something terrible happens. And they do it on fucking purpose. That's why I have so many black women fucking with me, because they trash. They miserable with their own life. They know they garbage. They know I don't really fuck with them. You know, if you're not professional, if you don't know what you're doing, I'm going to check your ass. So, of course, you're not going to like me because you're a hood rat bitch and you thought you was going to run some games. But if you're doing something unprofessional or something ignorant, I'm going to check your stupid ass and let you know, bitch, you're not going to be doing that with my daughter. You're not going to be doing that shit with me. Yeah, you're getting checked today, bitch. Get your raggedy ass out of here. So I don't get along with black banshees because of that. They're dumb. They're ignorant. They be doing purposeful ass shit. And then people be damn, like I said, the black women who are privileged, they like a stupid white person. You know how white people be like, just find a job. You have black people who say stupid shit like that too. You don't listen to them. You don't have no relationships with them. You don't socialize with them. They're fucking like, I would say agents or something. Like they're not to be taken seriously at all, because they don't know nothing about nothing and they can't tell you nothing. You're more educated than their stupid asses are. Literally, they are indoctrinated to keep people like you ignorant. People like them want you to be dumb. They want you to be ignorant and they want you to be dumb on purpose. So they can feel like they're smarter than you and they know more than you. So they whole objective is to keep you dumb and to gaslight you. So that's why you wouldn't want to have shit to do with them. Because they don't have, you know, it's just like a black politician. They still a politician, no matter if they black or not. They still a politician. They do what politicians do. They gonna run their mouth and tell you, oh yeah, I'm for the people, whatever. No, the fuck they're not. They trying to get paid just like anybody else. And if it's money into keeping you dysfunctional, they're going to take the money. That's what because that's their job. They going wherever the fucking money is. They don't give a fuck about no damn black community. And see, these fake ass professional black people, their whole goal is to make you think that's not how they are. They want you to respect them. They want you to think that they are above you and they're smarter than you and you're ignorant to what they know and you need to do this, that, and the third. I don't fuck with them at all. I don't even deal with them at all. They're completely indoctrinated. They're completely ignorant. They don't know nothing about life. They done had shit handed to them their whole life. They have absolutely no idea on how to get things from scratch. They don't know how to get things. They don't even know it's a struggle to get things. They speak like they never experienced struggle to get something. They act like just get it. Just keep going until you get it. They talk all this big shit, but that's not their experience in life. So they don't know about just keeping on. No, you pretty much had to do get what you need. Like a good few times you had to struggle to get something and you got it. You ain't had nobody refusing you shit. So let's not act like you know how to persevere or something, because no, you don't. Shit is easy for you. Ain't nobody messing with you. What the fuck do you know about somebody struggling when you ain't struggling? If you got what you needed, somebody gave it to you. It's really just that simple. You ain't get it out the mud. So you can stop the lies there. Getting it out of the mud is when you really come from scratch, nothing, and then you got something out of nothing. That's not what happened to you. You were getting handouts. Somebody helped you get that first job. Somebody helped you with your resume. Somebody helped you put whatever on your resume. Somebody funded your education. Like, shut your dumb ass up. What do you know about anything in life? Like, shut up. You can't tell nobody that is getting it out the mud what the fuck to do when you ain't never achieved nothing on your own. I don't listen to them. They're stupid. And I'm telling you, most of the people, black people in general, like in social work and in work where they're teachers or social workers, or they asses are stupid as fuck. Those mostly are privileged Negroes who had their education handed to them, which is why they don't take education very seriously in the first place. And I mean education about anything, whether it be mental health or social issues or economic issues or whatever. They don't have no knowledge of that shit. Like, if you live in the hood, the best person to go to help you get resources would be another hood person, not one of them motherfuckers. They don't know shit about nothing. They don't know where to go. They're trained to tell you where to go, where they were trained to let you know where to go. And that's what they're going to say is something that they regurgitated from somewhere they heard. They never been in the experience of needing to get nothing, so they don't know where to go. Yeah, and I'm telling you, black women, don't have kids and think you're going to have a family that's going to help you. That's a problem. Like, even if you have a family, if you're a young mother, like you have a child in your 20s, that's the dumbest time to have kids, period. You need to learn how to take care of your kids by yourself. If you're in if you have a family, when you have a child at 20, you need to understand that by the time you're 30 or 40, that you might not have that family support anymore. And by that time, your kids are going to be like in their teen years, and they're still going to be kids. See, that's the problem with a lot of black women. They romanticize having kids, and they think kids don't grow the fuck up. So they like, oh, I have support right now, and mommy and daddy is taking care of me now. If I need some help, I can just run to them. That's not no real support system, considering the fact that the black community is poor as fuck. Most black people are poor. Most black people family members are poor. Okay? They're poor. So you dealing with all these poor family members. How many family members can you completely rely on? Like, financially. Think about it. Not many. Only people you can really depend on is your mom and your dad. And if they're dead or whatever, then you don't have nobody else, because your aunts and uncles ain't gonna be treating you like you're their child unless they raised you as their child, because your parents wasn't there. That's the only way that's gonna happen. But they not about to be, especially when it comes to kids. Ain't no damn aunts and uncles about to step in on that kind of level that a grandma and granddaddy or somebody would step on or step in. They're not gonna step in on that level, especially if they're poor. So having a big ass family don't mean shit, because your kids are going to grow up and you don't know how long your mommy and daddy is going to be alive to even help you. So if you have a child at 20 and you have that support system, just remember, in 10 years, they'll be 10. 10 years. They'll just be 10. And in 10 more years, they'll be 20. And that's not grown either. 20-year-olds don't leave their mama and daddy house. Now, they should have enough mental development at that age to try to get some money, like a little rinky-dink job. But being financially secure at 20 does not exist. And making reasonable, mature adult decisions don't really happen at 20 either. At 20, you still irrational. Like, you still doing shit like you a teenager, pretty much. You just figuring shit out. You just got your mom and daddy house. You just learning how to be on your own. So you gonna fuck up. You're gonna be messing up your money and shit. Or you gonna be feeling like, fuck this job. I don't wanna work here no more. You're gonna have zero tolerance because you feel like you got time to move around and shit. So you're gonna be doing dumb shit. Because you don't understand the value of nothing because you too young to understand it at that age. That's not a good age to have kids, period. It's just not. And a lot of people are delayed. They not mature. They don't mature. Even at 30, they still acting like they damn kids. Like this generation act like they kids at 30. They don't be fucking acting like adults. So I'm just saying, like, I don't think like that. That's not a proper way to think. When you have kids, those are your damn kids. You need to realize and understand that those are your kids. Nobody is gonna raise your kids but you. If something happens to the people around you, or if they stop dealing with you, or don't like you, or they fall on tough times, meaning that they catch cancer or get sick, or something happens, they can't help you. You ain't gonna have that support system no more, and that's how life is. Life, especially in the black community, you have to understand black people are sick as hell and poor as hell at large. So in a 10-year period, you can guarantee somebody gonna get sick and be dead by that time. We don't have a long lifespan. We're not living long. So you don't need to be having kids with the, idea in your head that it's gonna be somebody around to help you all the time, because it's not. And see, that's how I think. That's why the hell I have my mind right, because I don't really be thinking. I mean, I don't. I don't think like that. I don't think that my child is somebody else's responsibility. If I ask for help and I don't get it, then it is what it is. I'm getting it how I live. I'm gonna have to handle the situation myself. I'm not codependent. If I ask for something, that is what it is. But if it don't come through, oh well, I don't give a fuck either way. Because I'm going to just have to get done what I need to get done. I'm very smart how I move. So that's just how I am. I'm not about to be sitting here thinking nobody is entitled to help me with nothing. Because I know they're not. Including the school. Because I'm telling you, if you having kids and you think that school going to help your ass, they're not going to help you. Them idiots in there are dumb as hell. They don't have shit. They don't even have the money and resources now to help you if they even wanted to. They don't have the resources to do it. So you're gonna have to raise. You gonna have to Of course you're gonna have to raise your kid, but you're gonna have to teach them. You're gonna have to teach them and educate them. They're not getting no education from that damn school. And then you have nigga bitches literally, like I said, refusing to get them homework and shit. Like, you have schools like not giving kids homework to make sure you can't even look over shit they doing. Trying to fuck you up, like not giving you the homework and then just springing homework on you, knowing them kids don't know how to do the shit. They don't have no knowledge on how to do it. Doing purposeful ass shit because these bitches are ashy. Understand, these hoes ain't going nowhere. They have no life. They don't have nothing to live for. They're miserable. They're pathetic. They spend day in and day out trolling people kids and harassing people kids and not doing their damn job. It's pathetic. Girl, all I know is the only thing, the biggest fuck up of my life is not realizing how fucked up these males are. Like, not understanding patriarchy was the biggest issue in my life. Because if I would have understand white supremacy and patriarchy before, like in my 20s, I wouldn't have never had any fucking kids. If I would have understood the system. I didn't understand how bad shit could get. And I didn't understand that the boomers were doing well because they was born and grew up right after civil rights and right after feminism. These movements helped black women drastically, help them be able to get jobs and education and support themselves. Without feminism and integration, feminism and civil rights, without those laws being put in place, black women would have been fucked up. We would have still been in slavery right now. Like, it would have looked like slavery literally now. Black women wouldn't have been able to work nowhere. They wouldn't have been able to get a damn job. They wouldn't have been able to have a bank account. And they would have been segregated from white institutions. So they would have just had to completely lean on black people who are failures at this point in time, because they ain't built shit and done nothing in all these years. Now the kids is struggling again and fucked up like they always been. So ain't shit progressed in about 50 damn years. But black women would have been worse off if not for those movements. So that's why the hell they were doing well. Like, I'm looking at my mom and black women, her friends and shit, who graduated out of college and went on to do these get good jobs and education and make money. I'm thinking that we all have the same opportunity by looking at them, but really we don't. Because I didn't understand race, white supremacy, and patriarchy at that time to let me know that that was just some temporary ass shit. And anytime they want to fuck us up, they can. I didn't know they could do that. I thought it was illegal for them to do that. They made me think when I was in school, they tried to indoctrinate us millennials, making us think that, we was in a post-racial society and racism was over. And they tried to make the 1950s and 70s look like it was aeons ago, when really it wasn't that damn long ago. Especially from the 90s when I was younger, when I was a kid, it wasn't even that damn long ago. But they tried to make it teach you about all of that, about civil rights and stuff. They don't even teach you about feminism and patriarchy. They only teach you about civil rights. But they made it seem like it was so long ago. Like it was just like we so progressive. And now everybody the same and everybody equal. That's what they taught us in school, which was a fucking lie from hell. And I didn't understand that. So if I would have understood that shit, I wouldn't have never had no kids. Never. I wouldn't have never even considered having no kids. Wouldn't have considered messing with no male at all. I probably would have just stopped having sex with them then. Like, nah, you can pay these bills and take me wherever the hell I want to go, but you ain't about to get shit other than that. And no, I don't want to get married and none of that dusty ass shit. I would have been on that from day one if I would have known better. But yeah, like, man, if I would have known better, hell no. And then look at these niggas, like, they so pathetic. I didn't know how oppressed these bitch ass niggas was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't understand that part either. Like how they could drain these niggas of any kind of survival skills that they could possibly have. You don't think about that shit when you're in your 20s. That's why these bitch ass males want to target women when they're in their 20s and teens for pregnancy. Because they want to keep them bitches dumb. They know targeting them when they're the dumbest is the easiest way to get the population they want. Because it's like, yeah, we all we got to do is send these bitches, get them false hope and fantasies about what their life could be with a male, and then we can entrap them with children that they would have otherwise decided to opt out of if they would have known better and been more educated about having kids under white supremacy and patriarchy. There's no curriculum. There's no educational material about this specific issue or topic. It's just not. You don't learn it. When you learn it at, you don't learn none of this stuff. You have to grow into knowing this shit. And even black women who are grown as hell are stupid as fuck, as I can see, who are my age. Just dumbass bitches. Like, even they don't know it. I know so many black women that went to college and they still stupid as fuck. College don't mean nothing. It don't make you intelligent. It don't. You can still be heavily indoctrinated and delusional as a grown adult who graduated out of college. That don't mean nothing. Especially if you have things handed to your ass, then you don't even know a life where you're not getting handouts. So you become completely ignorant. That's just like with the boomers. The boomers don't realize that they were growing up post civil rights, post feminism, post all of the shit that made them able to have access to certain resources that their kids wasn't going to have access to. They don't understand that shit. They only see through the lens of their own reality. They don't see things from our perspective. So they're completely delusional about our reality, like they can't see it. Like they so stupid that they can't see you were able to save up money, dumbass. That's why you have money. That's why you have money. That's why you have everything that your demonic ass have, is because of the time that you grew up and was able to save money and able to used to, like, basically they got your ass on a fixed income. You on a fixed income, you fucking dummy. Don't tell me it's not fixed. It's fixed. Because if you was paying the rate that it costs to live right now with kids, your ass wouldn't have had shit. Period. You wouldn't have been able to afford nothing. Especially as a single black woman. By your damn self. You need about 4 incomes now. Your ass didn't need 4 incomes when your ass was raising me. So don't tell me about nothing. You can't even be single now because you need more incomes in a household to sustain a household than you did before. So don't tell me shit. Don't act like you up on what the fuck I got going on, like you done figured your shit out. You ain't figured out nothing. Cause let shit get so expensive that your ass is paying the rate as a single woman what I would be paying right now. Don't tell me you're not on a fixed income. You absolutely are. And you can use the education that your dumbass was allowed to have to make money now. So you qualify for certain jobs because of your age and your damn experience for more pay that I would have just been developing now. How many fucking jobs did you have to have before you landed a career where you stayed on a job for 20 plus goddamn years? Yeah, how many times did you have to go through different jobs to land that job that you had for a decent amount of time in order to get a damn raise and get paid salary? Like, get the hell out of here. When you was in your damn 20s, you wasn't working that damn job. You had about a few jobs before you got the last job. Bitch, we can't even find no fucking job. And these dang jobs ain't paying shit anymore. I don't give a damn what education you have. It don't matter. You need 4 incomes, fool. Are you making 4 incomes? No, you're not. You're not making 4 incomes with your one check. Get out of here. And I don't give a fuck if you was. Most black women are not. That's the point. Statistically, most black women not gonna get a job that's paying $8,000 a month, $5,000 a month. That is not what it says statistically on the stats. That's not indication that black women on average get those type of jobs. No, that's exceptional black women. Those are black women that are part of a very small percentage. That's what the fuck that is. And it's irrelevant because this percentages are so small, it's irrelevant. It don't matter. Those black women literally don't matter because these kids still can't fucking read is my point. So if they matter so much, then them kids will have a lot of resources if it was so many black women who were on their stuff and doing jobs that's worthy. Like, get out of here. And then you dealing with the most bum primitive males of all time. These males of my generation ain't shit like they granddaddies or daddies. They daddies is trash, but they are a different breed. They're weak, they're ignorant, they're stupid, they're lazy, they're drug addicts, they're bums. They work for no money and they don't even fucking care. These bum ass niggas be up in these jobs, ain't making nothing and don't care about it. They don't bother them at all. They feel like, oh well, at least I have a job, I'm working, so it don't matter that I ain't getting paid shit. They don't care. They just happy to have a job because that's how the system got their ass, because they oppressed ass niggas. So, when you oppressed as fuck, they'll put you in a position where you just happy to have a job no matter if it ain't paying you no money. You know what I'm saying? They can make a Negro think like that, even though it's a dumb, stupid ass way to think. But they can get you to that point where, oh, I have a job. Yee, skippity dippity. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you a damn retard. You working for a company that don't respect you, won't give you no livable pay. Ain't nothing cute about that shit. And you have all that work experience. You have work experience been working over the last as a millennial. You in your 40s. So by 35, 40, that's a lot of work experience if you started working when you was 18. And they still won't even give you no decent pay when you've been working that many fucking years. That shit is terrible. And then you gotta, as a black woman, you gotta be exceptional. You gotta be have you got at 30 in your 30s period in general, you have to be performing on the same level as your mama in her 50s or 60s to make a decent income. It's just how it have to happen. You got to have her kind of work experience and education in order to make that kind of money at 30, especially if you have some fucking kids. And if you have kids, then you have to factor in that you would need a lot of resources to deal with them so you can continue going to school if you need to. If you didn't get your degree or get a higher degree by a certain age, because of your kids getting in the way, because you need money, you need a job, you have to work and take care of them kids. All that shit literally takes up your entire damn month. It's taking care of kids, dealing with them academically at school, and working a fucking job. Which is why I said don't have no damn kids. It goes back to that because it's hard to go back to school when you have kids. Like you can easily do it when you don't have no kids. You live in your damn car if you have to. It won't matter. You just need to live somewhere and do whatever you need to do so you can get that education and say you have it. So that can leverage your ass to make more money. Period. If you don't end up getting your master's at least by, saying before your look, trust me, we're screwed. I'm telling you, we're screwed. We're screwed. I don't give a fuck who. I don't care what you got. I don't care if you in school or not. I don't give a fuck about it. Just the sheer situation with the kids and dealing with these males is why you're screwed. It don't matter what your education is now. That man that you had kids with will be affecting your ability to work and make money. It's just as simple as that. Like you're not going to not have that as a factor just because you got a better or higher education. That's not going to mean shit. It's not. It doesn't mean shit. It don't. I'm seeing the black women right now. I know what I'm talking about. They have degrees and so what? They still got them damn kids and they still got to pay them damn bills. So they still don't have no damn money. Especially if they with a nigga that ain't helping them. They leaning on their kids. That's what black women doing right now. They leaning on their kids. If their kids are grown, like they young mothers, the ones them damn Gen X black people that had kids in their teens, they are dependent on their kids to help them out financially. They having their kids go get jobs and help them pay bills. That is exactly what's going on. And I'm not saying it shouldn't be going on. What I'm saying is the situation is fucked up. Because if they are helping you, how the fuck are they ever going to establish their own if they helping you? Like how they going to be able to be their own adult if they have to constantly help you? How can they establish themselves and develop their adulthood if they're helping you? It's not right. So, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I said what I had to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Black women just don't be understanding. We don't get it. All of this stuff is a problem. It affects my day to day life. You know what I'm saying? It's disgusting. Like I really don't like being around black people. I really don't. I'm thinking of ways to get out of it. Like for real. Because black people are that nasty and corroded where I don't want them around me. I don't want them around my child. I just don't want them around me at all. They're disgusting. It's like, nothing, it's nothing progressive about being around other black people. It's not. They're unprogressive, uncivilized weirdos. Hell yeah. I mean, that's right. Student loans, you have to pay back loans. So anytime you getting financial aid from these institutions, you definitely gonna have to pay it back. So you're not getting that shit scot free. You have to pay it back. So you'll be in debt trying to pay it back. Black people ain't got the money to pay shit back. You need a free ass education is what you need. Which is why the fuck black people should have been fighting for their reparations and stop playing with these damn white people. But all of the fucking elite Negroes, these little niggy dogs, this ashy trash that need to be exterminated, like I said, they want to sit there and make arguments not to pay for reparations. Period. Especially the Negro male, because he don't want no reparations being paid out. I told you, this bitch ass nigga want to oppress black women. If we get reparations, black women will directly benefit, and they ashy asses are not trying to have that happen. So you have all of these so-called progressive ass black leaders and black fucking lawyers and politicians and whatever the fuck. You don't see them pushing no damn integration. Reparations argument or conversation. They don't push it on purpose. They have scripted conversations, and then the white people always end up trying to gaslight the black people and make them sound stupid for even asking for reparations. See, my thing is this is why you take matters into your own hands as black women. Because bitch, fuck reparations. How about I'm not having no kids, bitch? You're not gonna make me do shit. You're not gonna have nothing to feed off of, because I ain't giving you no more people to feed off of. Not out of my fucking womb. That's how you deal with it. Because you dealing with your male group trying to politically undermine your ass. That's why you have Negroes saying dumb shit like white women are our reparations and shit. That's our dumbass millennial ashy ass generation saying stupid shit like that. Millennials and fucking Gen fucked up X making those kind of dumbass comments. You exterminate them stupid bitches. That's what you do. You have the most corrupt ass, sellout ass, bitch ass, flimsy ass, and feminized male group of all time. It ain't nothing to do with them. There's nothing, no conversation that need to be had. You know how to handle that shit, so handle it. Having no conversation with them damn monkeys. Ain't shit to talk about. Let them run their mouth. You talking to yourself, bitch. I ain't trying to hear shit. Don't care about what you got going on. You'll never be a factor. I don't care. You ain't gonna do nothing about it. You're nothing to me. I don't care nothing about you. That's how you treat their ass. The fuck? You need a free education. Only education that makes sense for black women and your kids is a free one. That's the only thing that makes sense. You shouldn't be paying back no damn student loans after they segregated your ancestors, segregated your schools, and deprived you from having a proper education and making money all this time you've been here. Why the fuck would you be paying back a student loan? Why would you be paying anybody anything? You should be getting shit for free. Fuck you gonna have kids for and have to pay for them to go to school. Why? You don't have no money. You ain't never gonna have enough money to pay that shit. So why are you even having kids for? You ain't gonna never be able to afford them no education. Your mommy and daddy might be able to do that, but you can't do it with your salary, with your income. Like, get the F out of here. Yeah, so they know what they're doing. And every program that's out here for black women and their kids is literally designed to keep you codependent on that program, because they're not trying to level you up or help you with your kids' education or help you finance things. They're not trying to help you do that. You do understand that, right? Those programs are literally designed to keep you codependent and keep you broke. So always remember, the goal is not to uplift your ass or get you nowhere or progress your life or make it easier or better or any of that. These males have no fucking desire to help you with shit. They want you to be trash. That's why they keep promoting to black women right now to be hypersexual, looking for a man and getting married. That's why they want your brain focused on that dumbass shit. Because that's all these fuckers care about. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care about nothing in the world matters to these fools. Everything is about having sexual access to you. They're rapists. They've become serial rapists at large. They elected a serial rapist as the president. So they on some rape shit. They trying to make you have kids, make you fuck, whatever they think they're going to make you do. That's the times you living in. You living in dark ass times. You understand? They don't give a fuck about none of that. So therefore, they're not trying to help you. There's no programs that they would even create. As a matter of fact, Trump is trying to repeal the programs that you already fought for. He trying to take that shit back. So they just want to murder you. These males want beef with your ass. They want to murder your ass. They want to fight in a problem. That's what these bitches want. They want problems with black women. They want to fight your ass. They want to get into a fight with you. They want to provoke you into a confrontation so they can do something to your ass. That's what they want. So helping your kids is not on the fucking radar. They don't want them kids to be helped. Black males don't care about kids, period. They're animals. They don't care about no damn kids. They care about themselves and their own survival. They don't care about no damn kids. Right. They just want to support patriarchy and white supremacy. If the Negro male's only concern is like having light skinned kids and fucking white women and fucking white men, which is all his hypersexual perverse ass cares about, and we know this as a fact, why would he care about anything outside of that? He trying to support and protect and maintain white supremacy because he likes white supremacy. So he has no gripe against white supremacy. So he's not going to fight against white supremacy. It's really just that simple. He don't want to fight against white supremacy. Why would he give a fuck about white supremacy? It don't make no sense. Do it. It shouldn't. Like, he don't really go out of his fucking way. He not coming out here super saving nobody because he don't care. He wants white women to be supreme over you so he can leverage that bitch over you. Don't you realize that's his tactic? That's how he survives. That's how he keep you under control. That's how he use and abuse your ass for survival, is by leveraging Becky over your head and saying that she's better and got a better life and better than you. They do this every generation. They've been doing this ashy shit for the last 100 years since they had access to Becky. You know, there was whole towns burnt down and black women murdered over their lust for Becky. Do y'all know that? That's a historical fact. That these Negroes got black women and girls murdered and killed because of their lust for Becky, because they wouldn't stop lusting after Becky and trying to rape Becky. And they literally had whole towns burnt down over that shit. Black women innocently got killed over shit like that. Didn't do shit. Lynched. Hanging from a fucking tree. Over something some Negro did. Because always ask yourselves, if they were saying that they were hanging black males and lynching them because they were raping white women, why did you see black women hanging? What did we do? Because it was black women dangling from them trees just like Negroes. It wasn't, they didn't leave us out of it. So yeah, I always remember that. They fought hard to date Becky. That was what they've been fighting for their whole existence. I mean, their whole lively. I mean, that's what they've been fighting for. Like during the last 200 years, they've been fighting for the right to be with Becky. They don't care about nothing else. They don't care about nothing else. They'll fight for their right to be with Becky. They'll fight for their right to be gay. But fighting on your behalf is something they ain't never gonna do. They ain't trying to empower you on any kind of level. So y'all need to understand this. I don't think those black women was fighting for those males. I think they got hung because the white people wanted to murder those black women because they was just there. I don't think they were fighting. I think they were just getting murdered because they was there. Because why the hell would a black woman be going up? Sorry about that, but yeah, you wouldn't have had black women chase. Sorry about that, y'all. Um, so yeah, I'm back. What was I talking about? The lynchings. Like I really don't feel like I forgot what the last thing I said. Y'all lost what I was talking about because I had to take a little minute break, a few minutes. Um, but I believe I was talking about the lynchings, and I don't feel like black women were fighting. And then I said something else after that. I just don't remember the last thing because I was going into another point. But the point is that these Negroes definitely don't want to empower black women, so black women need to get that through their damn head. You're not being empowered. Black males support patriarchy, and they support white supremacy, and they support that over black women's empowerment. They want to go back. They're trying to literally strip black women from all of the progress they made in the last 50 to 60 years. Period. They want to go back to poverty, working for white people for no money, and being machines for white people and shit. They're trying to bring it all back. That's what Make America Great Again is about. And the black bitches, the miserable whores that support that slogan and support that mentality are ashy pieces of shit who literally want to see the degression of other black women because they're mad at their own fucked up existence. So they want to see other black women fucked up like them. That's all it is. So y'all need to realize that this shit is going to get worse. Inflation is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. These males are trying to make it so expensive that women are, and this is what the fuck they're do. Even though you had progression with women going to the workplace, and you see that things had got better economically with women being able to work and had their own households and take care of things. Now they're trying to, repeal that shit. So this is how fucked up they are, how unprogressive their asses are, and that's why they need to be exterminated. Because it don't matter how, if things become progressive for black women, that's when these males want to destroy shit. They're against your ass 100%. So your progression means their destruction. Your paradise is their hell. Your Anytime you're doing good, they want to fuck life up. So at this point, you can't even be single. You can't even be a woman by yourself with your own living off your own salary anymore. They're making everything more expensive, and that means everything. With inflation, everything, including education, becomes expensive. Getting your child a tutor is almost too expensive now if they need help. You guaranteed to fail now if you don't have the money and resources to get what you need, because they're not giving it out. So anytime these bitch ass, digressive ass males start fucking with the economy, that affects everything else. And then the bitches in the society, the women, they start becoming more, just as destructive and scammy and trash as any other males. They don't give a fuck. They not more civilized. They trash too. So they making society collapse, and they're doing it on purpose. Why the hell would you fuck with them, even a little bit? If you're not privileged, no, you have whores who think they have pretty privilege or whatever the hell shit like that. It makes sense that they would think that they are on the better receiving end of patriarchy, so that's why they would support it. But if you're an average woman with average income, you shouldn't be fucking with these males, like, not even a little bit. Only males that you have access to are the digressive ones, the ones who are at the bottom trenches of society, the males who are the poorest and the dumbest. That's all you have access to. Because males are digressive as hell as a collective. There's not that many exceptional males where they're attractive, educated, smart, hands-on skills, nice character, good personality, moral, respectful. That shit don't exist. That shit don't even exist. The women who are the richest males on the earth are dirty and disgusting. They stink. They're ugly. They ain't shit to look at. They ain't nothing to talk to. They ain't nothing. Look at them. They're demonic. What is interesting about them? Nothing. You see what I'm saying? So the male that I just described doesn't even exist. Because even the richest male don't have those qualities. Like, that shit doesn't exist at all. You're not finding no males like that. That's their whole game plan, is to make you think as a black woman that you can find males like that. Like, it's males like that walking around that you have access to. And that shit doesn't exist. You having children with the most underperforming males on the earth. That's all you have access to. They tell you over and over again that your ass is not attractive enough. You're not attractive enough. You're not good enough. You're black. You're all of these things, just to let you know you can't have access to valuable males or high value males. They always keep telling you that you can't have those type of males. You can't even have an attractive male. Even having an attractive male is too much to ask for. They want you to be attracted to trash, complete gutter rats. They want you to be attracted to males who are disgusting, primitive, ugly, broke, dirty. They only want you to have a lust for nasty filth. And they willing to try to make you dirty and ugly and filthy so you can be nasty and filthy and dirty enough to fuck with one of them. So sabotaging your ass is it's necessary in order to get you to date who they were trying to get you to date. They sick in the head. Like, why would you have shit to do with them? I really be thinking like, black women are just fucking weird. Like, for not, women in general are retarded. Like, for shit to be this bad and women are still, carrying on like everything is okay. It's crazy. It's just, it's crazy. Whatever. Are y'all still with me? It's always only 35 or 38 people in here. I find it real funny how my, in my chat, like the numbers that come up for how many people are watching my videos are always the same. And it fluctuates to the same numbers every single time I'm going live. So weird. Like the same exact number, the same exact people are watching it and tuning in and tuning out. It really seems like my viewer numbers is being ran by AI or something. Like it's not legit numbers. But yeah, y'all. I'm not seeing any comments from y'all anymore. I don't know if y'all done tuned out or checked out or what. But yeah, y'all. Shit is crazy how women are still dealing with this shit and they just still dealing with these males like they not traitors. Like, what the fuck wrong with bitches? Sick assholes. Are they under hypnosis or some kind of a spell or demonic possession? I'm not understanding what's happening. You see how bad? Do y'all understand that this is unlivable? Do y'all realize that living in an economy like this is unlivable? It's like they trying to murder you. They basically trying to kill and murder you when you're kids. That's how bad this shit is. They made it so unaffordable to live. They try to stop you from surviving like you're a cockroach. They want to murder you. They plan for your death. Girl, they planning for your death. They already have a plan for you to die and how you're going to die. Don't you realize they're trying to murder you right now? They're trying to fucking kill you right now. Do you think this is conducive of somebody's survival? The fuck? It's not. They polluting the fucking air. Everything you're eating is fake. They putting all this fake, nasty ass, fake ass shit in this food. They know it's not food. It's not something that's gonna break down. It's not food. They're feeding your fucking ass foreign shit. It's not food. They're trying to murder and kill you. Most of that nasty ass shit that they're doing is causing cancer. They know it's causing cancer and they don't give a fuck because they're trying to murder you to death. And you have females out here still trying to have kids knowing that the government is trying to murder your ass. And not even just the government, these males in general trying to murder your ass. They don't care. They don't care about your livelihood. They're not trying to help you out. Do these males look like they're trying to help you survive? Or do they look like they're trying to parasite off of you for survival? They're not trying to keep you alive. And they don't give a damn about no keeping no kids alive. They just want to control your reproduction because they want to feel powerful. That's all it is. They want to feel like they're powerful and they can control a woman's body if they want to. That's all it is. Talking about a fucking curse. These males are the devil. They're the devil. This is hell and they're Satan. What part of that do y'all not get? They're the spawns of hell. Read. I mean, even if you ain't reading about the Bible, or you got to have a basic understanding of the devil. If these males ain't the devil, what the fuck is? They're doing Satan's bidding. Do you understand? They enjoy doing it in this is their religion. I don't know what y'all talking about. Trying to kill everybody. You know how many family members I done had pass away from getting sick over the last 5 years? I have countless, and I mean countless. I can't even put the numbers together on how many family members in the last, I want to say about 6-7 years have died of cancer. Back to back. They're murdering us. We're getting murdered off. How the fuck all these people getting cancer? How? Where they getting it from? More than likely the food, because that shit is foreign. These motherfuckers are trying to they trying to convince you to get pregnant when they are trying to fucking poison you at the same time and kill you and murder you off. You gotta be dumb as hell to have kids when you know you're gonna die soon. All that's gonna happen is you're gonna get sick and die really soon after they're born. It ain't no way you surviving this shit. It ain't no fucking way. Even with all those health tips and health advertisement for gummies and shit, that's fake. That's fake. That ain't gonna cure you. That ain't gonna help you. They're not trying to keep you alive. They don't care about your health. Look at the McDonald's debate thing that's going on right now. They blatantly showed you with their CEO that they feeding your ass poison. He didn't even want to eat that shit. And all of those McDonald's are where? In the black community. In proximity to black people. Okay? Freaking McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. They all put that shit where the black people are. They want black people eating that nasty ass shit. Yeah, you have white people eating that poisonous shit, but it's mainly directed and advertised to black people because white people have the resources and the money not to eat there if they don't fucking want to. And we're more susceptible to diseases that come from that shit than they are. Then they're making it unaffordable to eat healthy. So you try to buy healthy food to cook and eat, you can't. They're trying to kill you and murder you and your kids. And your moms and dads and all your family members too. They put the liquor stores near communities. They put the fast food chains. Anything deadly. All of it is placed near your it's all placed near your the proximity to where you are. Okay? Why don't they put healthy places and healthy food? You know, healthy food grows right out of the ground. You feel me? There's plenty of If you plant the seeds, it'll grow. Like, you don't need to slaughter millions and millions of cow and millions of pigs. If you just stop serving that shit. How about going natural and doing natural burgers that are fake burger patties? It's not real beef or pork. Huh, fucker? How about that? Oh, we don't want to do that because then they'll be healthy. We don't want them to be healthy. No, we don't want them eating stuff that's good for them. Why the fuck would we do that? How are we gonna call black women black fat she beast if they're, eating healthy? How are we gonna be able to use the weight card and beauty card against them if they look good? These are facts, y'all. They're trying to murder you. They're murdering you. They're making you sick. They're murdering you. Oh, y'all want to have kids. Like, it's black women out here want to, let's start a family. Let's have family and kids. It's so romantic. Like, you a sick bitch. Like, blow your brains out. Being a baby daddy and baby mama is romantic, dummy. Don't you see that that's all they promote to you is baby mamas and baby daddies? Clearly that's the norm if they keep promoting it to you as the norm. And you want to be a baby mama in this economy? Like, ew. But yeah, yo. I just ain't got time. I just know that I'm above these hoes and these dusty niggas, and that's all I can be is above it all. Like I've been proving myself to be. And, that's just been my life for the last 4 years is proving these dusty black people that they're trash and I'm not. And that's that, why they keep on keeping on every year after year, just consistently being fucking pathetic and trying to thinking they affected me with being unprofessional garbage. You know what I'm saying? Being trash. Like, y'all trash. Nobody cares about y'all. I just feel for other black women's kids. You know what I'm saying? I just feel for them that they're not, that they have mothers like them and they have fathers like them. I just feel for them. That they're going to be fucked up in life the way they're going to be. Because these trash ass black people they're only interested in confrontation and creating problems and trying to get their ass beat. Or trying to get, be seen as trash. They want to be dysfunctional and weird. And that's going to be, their kids going to be the product of that. Because all that's going to affect is them and their livelihood. That's all it's going to affect. Period. It's like, y'all are trash. It is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. I hope y'all enjoyed this live, and I will be back to talk to y'all later.